They call him one of snooker's brightest talents, yet these 5 names make his blood boil. Zhao Xintong stunned everyone when he became China's first ever world champion in 2025 at just 27 years old. Behind that calm exterior and silky smooth cue action lies a player who's dealt with betrayal, criticism, and rivalries that cut deeper than any defeat. Today we're diving into the tension-filled relationships, the unspoken grudges, and maybe even the rumors swirling around 5 players Zhao Xintong might genuinely hate. Let's get into it. If you want to understand heartbreak in snooker, look at Zhao Xintong and Yan Bingtao. These two were genuine brothers from another mother, best friends who'd grown up together chasing the same dream. They practiced side by side, celebrated wins together, and represented a new wave of Chinese talent taking the sport by storm. Then came the bombshell in 2023. The match-fixing scandal rocked snooker, suspended players and shattered friendships. Zhao admitted to being involved with someone else fixing matches and betting on outcomes, which earned him a 20-month suspension. Yan was found guilty of actually fixing matches and received a 5-year ban. Now imagine the emotional chaos. Zhao reportedly tried to talk Yan out of getting involved in the cheating, yet it happened anyway. Their bond, once unbreakable, became tangled in guilt, disappointment, and betrayal. When Zhao's ban was lifted in September 2024, he could rebuild his career. Yan, still sitting on the sidelines, watching his former friend climb back to glory while counting the years left on his suspension. Fans have speculated endlessly about whether there's bad blood between them now. Can you really forgive someone whose choices dragged you into scandal? Some say Zhao feels betrayed, others suggest he's moved on. Either way, the fact that Yan recently offered advice to the newly crowned world champion sparked controversy, with critics questioning whether he had the right to speak after what happened. From brothers to rivals, maybe even to strangers. That's the tragic arc of Zhao and Yan's relationship. Ronnie O'Sullivan is a name that makes players tremble and fans scream. He's the 7-time world champion, the Rocket, the genius with a cue who plays the game faster and better than almost anyone in history. When you're a rising star like Zhao Xintong, facing Ronnie is both a dream and a nightmare. Ronnie has praised Zhao's natural talent. He's acknowledged the young Chinese player's smooth style and potential to dominate. However, Ronnie isn't exactly known for sugarcoating his opinions. In past interviews, he's made comments suggesting that Zhao lacks the fight when the pressure ramps up. That kind of criticism, coming from someone as legendary as Ronnie, has to sting. The words hurt, yet the losses hurt more. Zhao has crumbled in crucial moments against Ronnie, moments where champions are supposed to step up and deliver. The tension got to him. The magnitude of facing O'Sullivan became too much, and the results spoke for themselves. For a player as proud as Zhao, these losses probably replay in his mind like a bad dream. There's also the clash of styles. Ronnie is laid back, almost casual in his brilliance, while Zhao thrives under intensity and rhythm. When those two energies collide, sparks fly in uncontrollable ways. Does Zhao hate Ronnie? Maybe outright hate is too strong. Yet there's definitely frustration, a burning desire to prove the Rocket wrong, to show that he does have the fight, the grit, and the mental strength to beat the best. If you've ever watched Mark Selby play snooker, you know exactly what kind of player he is. Slow, deliberate, calculated. The jester from Leicester doesn't give you anything for free. He grinds you down, frame by frame, shot by shot, until you're mentally exhausted and desperate to escape the table. For fair players like Zhao Xintong, who love to flow, attack, and build big breaks, facing Selby is like trying to sprint through quicksand.
Talk about him as a grinder, he can grind it out, which is a skill in itself.
Zhao's style is all about rhythm and momentum. He wants to pot balls, play aggressively, and dominate with confidence. Selby thrives on disrupting that rhythm. He'll play safety shots, slow the game to a crawl, and force you into a tactical battle you never wanted to fight. Watching Zhao play against Selby, you can see the visible discomfort. The frustration builds with every drawn-out safety exchange. His body language screams, "Let's just play snooker." Zhao respects Selby. You don't become a 4-time world champion without being one of the greatest. Yet respect and enjoyment are two very different things. Zhao respects Selby's skill while absolutely hating the style. Every match feels like a war of attrition rather than a showcase of talent. For someone who wants to entertain and dazzle with brilliant potting, Selby's snail-paced tactics are the ultimate buzzkill. This is a classic case of respect the player, hate the style. Zhao probably wouldn't say it publicly, yet you can bet that every time he sees Selby's name in the draw, a little part of him groans. Now, Shaun Murphy is one of snooker's most polarizing figures. He's talented, charismatic, and a former world champion who's also brutally honest, sometimes to a fault. When the match-fixing scandal broke in 2023, Murphy spoke without hesitation. He publicly called for lifetime bans for anyone involved in match-fixing, saying their existence should be terminated from the sport. Strong words that sent shockwaves through the snooker community. Here's where things get uncomfortable for Zhao. Murphy didn't name him directly, yet he made pointed comments about integrity and questioned whether banned players should be allowed back on tour. Even though Zhao wasn't convicted of match-fixing itself, the cloud of suspicion hung over him. Hearing someone like Murphy, a respected player and voice in the sport, make those kinds of statements must have felt like a personal attack. Imagine working your way back from suspension, grinding through amateur events, and finally qualifying for the World Championship, only to know that some of your peers don't think you deserve to be there. That's the reality Zhao faced. Murphy's comments represented a segment of the snooker world that wasn't ready to forgive or forget, regardless of the technicalities of the ban. Did Murphy mean to target Zhao specifically? Maybe not. Intent doesn't always matter when words cut deep, though. For Zhao, Murphy might represent the judgment, the criticism, and the moral high ground that made his comeback even harder. Respect or resentment? It's probably a mix of both, with a heavier dose of the latter. Judd Trump is the player everyone compares Zhao Xintong to. Both are modern stylists who love attacking snooker and have that flair that makes them fan favorites. Here's the thing about constant comparisons, though. They get old fast. Zhao has his own strengths, his own personality, and his own journey. Yet every time he steps up to the table, someone mentions Trump's name.
Your play style perhaps reminds people of Ronnie O'Sullivan or Judd Trump. I mean, these are really great players there already. And are you happy to hear this kind of statement at all?
Yeah, I'm so happy because we are like same style and we can put everything in the table. So yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Would you consider yourself like these two great players, being very aggressive as well when the competition comes?
Yeah, I like attacking, and because it's my style, and I want to put everything. But I need to study the safety because it's very important for the snooker, and it will make me better.
Trump is the world #1, a player who's already won the World Championship and multiple ranking titles. He's the benchmark for attacking snooker in this era. For Zhao, that means he's perpetually chasing a shadow, trying to carve out his own identity while being measured against someone who's already achieved everything he's working toward.
Yeah. Again, he couldn't have really hit those any better.
In interviews, Zhao has made it clear that he wants to be his own player, different from Trump. There's a quiet frustration in those words, a desire to step out of the comparison and be recognized for his unique talent. While their rivalry appears friendly on the surface, there's heat beneath it. They're competing for the same fans, the same titles, and the same legacy as modern snooker's attacking superstars. Trump probably doesn't mean to cast a shadow over Zhao. It happens naturally when you're that successful. For Zhao, though, every victory Trump achieves is a reminder of what he still needs to accomplish. It's motivation, sure, yet it's also pressure. When pressure builds long enough, even friendly rivalries can start to feel more personal. So,
You could also put the black safe if you wished, and that would make things difficult for Zhao. He's chosen to do that. Clever thinking.
Trump, 42.
there you have it. From the heartbreak of losing his best friend, to the pressure of living up to legends, to the criticism that questioned his very right to compete. Zhao's story is about overcoming obstacles while carrying the weight of a complicated past. And now, he's a world champion, China's first, against all odds.
Zhao Xintong, you are the Halo World Snooker Champion 2025.
What do you think? Is Zhao's biggest rival still out there on the tour, or has he already conquered the hardest opponent of all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.